Welcome to Mystics of Taropy. I use tarot and oracle cards healing therapy for myself and the collective. Today I'm going to bring to you the first ever tarot date. That's what I've decided to call it. It's just an opportunity for me to talk about some of the topics that I like to. And if you find yourself interested in listening to this video, I'm assuming that you also have this question. Today's topic is, how can I express myself more creatively? Now, I'm not going to put a time frame for this question because how we express ourselves creatively is different, and therefore the time and the energy needed to express is also going to be different. So we are going to use tarot and just discuss any blockages that we might have. I am going to read for the collective. That is my meditation for today. So if you find yourself here, you might find something that is applicable to you. But anyway, I just want to thank you for being here. This is to me, when I think of tarot dates, I just imagine myself sitting with a bunch of like-minded people around a table with our tarot decks and just discussing life and topics that usually we don't talk about, using tarot. Well, maybe you do, but I generally don't see a lot of these kind of topics being spoken about on YouTube using tarot. So I just wanted to put this out there into the universe. If you're here, you're here. And yeah, so let's get started. Today we're talking about creatively expressing yourself and how this can be a form of self-care, and being an adult and truly fostering creative expression is something that's so important today. I think we tend to get lost in our usual mundane daily activities so much that we kind of forget that side of taking some time for ourselves and expressing ourselves in ways that doesn't have to be through our daily routine. And when I say creatively expressing, I don't mean by doing a piece of art. It could be doing a piece of art or writing something, or it could be that, but this could also mean about expressing yourself creatively in your workspace. Maybe you are into IT and you're a software developer. Maybe there are ways that you can express that creatively. I'm sure there is, but it's just that I'm not aware of how, because I have no knowledge about software development. So I think as kids, most of us had huge imaginations, and we used to color and draw and think for ourselves, and we could spend hours on being creative and letting our minds go wild. So why aren't we doing that now? And I'm guessing we have certain personal blockages, some stuff that we tend to put our energy towards, and we think that stuff is more important than taking this time for ourselves. So we're just going to pull some tarot cards to see how we can work on this. So I'm just going to pull some cards using this deck is called Tarot. It's a cool deck with it's a really feminist deck, and they have imagery of famous female characters from the past, notable women. So I'm just going to use this deck to see what blockages we might have as a collective and how we can express more creatively moving forward. So, dear spirits, angels, archangels, ancestors, and guides, please guide us and tell us how we can express ourselves more creatively in our very own way. Spirits, angels, archangels, ancestors, and guides. So I'm thinking of doing this kind of stuff with my pick card readings that I do with my channel. If you guys are really interested in this sort of thing, I can make more of these videos. I mean, maybe once or twice a month. It's just a space for us to connect and discuss openly some of the topics that we don't usually, spend enough time discussing. Okay. This card represents our current situation. This card represents what's crossing you. The third card is what is the root of the issue. The fourth card is what is going on subconsciously. Fifth card is any issues from the past that is stopping us. And the sixth card is the action that we need to take. So let's see what we have. We have the Two of Wands as our current situation. So I feel like a lot of us plan to do something, plan to express ourselves creatively, plan to go get that painting set, plan to go join up for a pottery class, but don't end up actually doing it because we get, we are busy people. Or let's say, other responsibilities, financial responsibilities, there's so much that we need to consider. So how we are currently though, we do have ideas, we do want to express ourselves more creatively, and we are planning, there is a spark there, but yeah, it's just taken a lot of time. It's funny how we have two characters on this card here, which kind of represents the side that we show. I'm getting this energy that we always tend to champion the side that needs to be more responsible, needs to look out for our financial independence, and just getting caught up with what we are meant to do in the world, and kind of putting what we like to do in the shadow. So that is our current energy. Let's see what is the crossing. Okay, Six of Cups. Six of Cups is crossing you and the blockage. Six of Cups is usually a card about nostalgia, childhood. Yeah. So maybe we tend to kind of compartmentalize being creative with being a child. So maybe we think that it's childish for us to express ourselves creatively more, and that because we have all these other responsibilities, we can't spend time being that child. Your inner child here needs healing, and I think that is one of the things that is stopping us, because we think that it is childish to be spending time doing something more creatively. Our third card again is the root of the issue, or what is going on in your subconscious, and it is the Page of Swords. Okay, subconsciously I feel like we are all very inquisitive and curious to find out what and how we can express more creatively. We definitely are willing to learn. We are willing to again, swords is about mental energy, so we think about this a lot. Maybe not so much action, but more about thinking about what we are going to do. But it is good to even think about it, because some of us don't even think about it. So taking the time to actually plan is even a big thing. I would say. And card number 4 is what is going on consciously, or what are your thoughts towards the issue. Oh, the 8 of Cups. I feel like consciously you don't give it enough time. You don't so unconsciously you want to learn, you're thinking about it, you want to throw yourself out there. I mean, the pages are about learning something new. They're just starting out, so unconsciously you definitely you're curious and you want to figure out what it is and how you want to express yourself more creatively. But with the 8 of Cups being here, I feel like every time you make up your mind, you walk away from it. Again, this could be because of the underlying issues of creativity. I'm sorry if you heard that. That is my bell. Okay, now our 5th card is what issues from the past are playing a part in the blockage. And you have the Hanged Woman. Again, just being, wow, it's almost like the same message that's been repeated, just always getting a fresh perspective, but not really taking the action. I think all of these cards are being summed up by the Hanged Woman. What is the Hanged Woman actually trying to tell us? Maybe there was a lack of perspective. Maybe even a feeling that you don't even feel like you're a creative person, which is not the case. Obviously, we all have a sense of creativeness. How it comes out is very different for all of us. But yeah. And then I'm excited to see this card, what action you need to take to release the blockage. Keeper of Wands. It's interesting how you started with the Wands card and now you're ending with the Wands card, and the Keeper of Wands is the King of Wands here. So you started at a very low number, which is 2, and planning. But how can we move forward is to actually just do it. The Keeper of Wands, the King of Wands, is very confident, is very energetic, is just going to take a risk and go ahead and do what needs to be done. And I see the 4 Wands here at the back, and it's kind of reminding me of the 4 of Wands card, which is to put, okay, stability and financial independence and responsibilities are extremely important, but sometimes you got to put them behind you and do what you love, basically. I mean, I'm pretty sure you knew this before you came into this reading, but it's kind of nice for it to be clarified by some tarot cards. I mean, essentially, there are a bunch of cards on a table telling us exactly what we already know. So, I think some of the ways you can go forward is actually setting up a dedicated space or time to express yourself more creatively. Surround yourself with the supplies you need for your craft, because I think it puts you in the right mindset to think more creatively and kind of pushes you in that direction if you're seeing it constantly. Just because you go and buy the stuff for it does not mean that you have to start working on it immediately. Sometimes you just need to be surrounded by your supplies for some time before you get an idea about how you're going to express yourself. And then you don't even have to get it right the first time. Just be brave and take a risk and, scribble out some things or whatever you want to do. If you're creating a website, you can do it for fun and see how that goes. And practice will always make perfect. This could be even when it comes to sport, volleyball, basketball, anything. So Don't let a little voice inside your head discourage you or tell you that you shouldn't try, because that's the main issue here. Trying to walk away every time we pull ourselves up together to do something, we kind of focus more on other stuff that we think is more important and walk away from expressing ourselves more creatively. And yeah, give up any ideas about perfectionism. You don't, in my opinion, art doesn't have to be perfect. I'm talking about art because for me, I tend to express myself through art. I love to draw, I love to paint, and I do it, I love abstract painting. And I just, sometimes I do this thing where I just close my eyes and let my hand do the drawing and see what comes out of it. It feels incredibly good when you're able to do that. Let go of any control, let go of trying to make something look perfect, and just feel where your paintbrush needs to go. You can always try to improve yourself and be a better person by embracing imperfection, which will make you, down the line, a happier person, in my opinion. And do remember that this is a sort of a journey, and don't think of the destination. I think that kind of pulls up all the previous points. It's not about the destination, it's about the journey, and we hear that a lot. But as cliched as it sounds, it is true when it comes to anything in life. So why not about expressing yourself creatively? So my final note is to completely embrace yourself, your creative side, and the way you think creatively, however different and out of the box it may be. And yeah, don't be afraid. I'm just going to pull a few oracle cards as advice for ourselves. Spirits, angels, archangels, what is the advice on how we can express ourselves more creatively? That was fast. Anything else? No. We have awareness. Look beyond what you see. That is interesting. I think creating that awareness of what you like, taking the time to go out into nature and you know, getting that inspiration is really important as well. And one more. How can we express ourselves more creatively? How can we express ourselves more creatively? Okay. We have the card, don't let pride get in your way, full moon in Leo. Leo is about being confident, and don't let pride get in your way. Pride here could be, doesn't have to be the word pride itself, it could be something different, and it might have a different meaning to you. I'm just going to let you interpret the oracle cards the way you like it. So yeah, that's what I have for you. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did. I love asking these kinds of questions using tarot. So if you're interested in more like this, let me know in the comment section below. And if you have any topics that you would like to discuss, please let me know. I love hearing from you guys. So yeah, please feel free to check out one of my pick a card readings if you are so called to. And I hope to catch you again in another one of my tarot dates. Stay safe and bye.